So let's continue with what we finished last time. Let me see the branch. Okay, git pull down branch. Okay, I'll create a new branch from the main branch. MK September, this is October 6. Okay, so let's continue. Hold on for 1 second. Let's run our application. Okay, so we are in the process of doing the live query, and right now we see the subscription is open. We get some kind of error. Maybe server is not running. Let me check the server. Okay, let's check the server. Yeah, server is working. So why we are getting that error? Okay, let's see. Cannot read the property of subscribe of null. Let's go to live query and subscribe of null. Maybe query is null. So we can say if not query, return. I'll just return it and let's try again. Okay, now we are not getting the error, and initially query was null till we get the query, so it was giving error. Now we have the query. Now we have to take use of this one to load the results live without refreshing the page. So right now, if I put something and click submit, so you will see that we are getting in the create object, we are getting it what is created, but it is not displayed here, so we have to display it here also. Okay, but at least we are getting the create part. Let's try to update it and see the update is working. I updated it. So this is the update object is called, and we are able to see the update of the record has happened. And let's try to delete it and see. And I delete it. Let's see now. So I get the delete object. So whenever something is added on the server, we got the create one. Whenever something is updated, we have to call the update one. Whenever something deleted, we have to call the delete one. So the delete and leave are kind of same thing, and enter and create are something same thing. Update is separate. So we have three things: create. So I will write the same function for create and enter, same function for the leave and delete, and different function for update. So this is the something we have to build it now. So we'll finish this create part today. So I have this create function here. So whenever the create happen, I call this create function. And every page will tackle the create different way. Right now in the example view, we show the results like this, but in some other page we may show different way. So we have to tackle this create part separately on every page, but this main library will remain same as it is. So let's try to call this create one in the create subscription part, and I will pass the object. So I call the create one here. Next is enter. I will call the same create function for the enter. For the update, I will call this update one and pass the object. For delete, I will pass list function. So on the leave also we have to call this delete one, and on the delete also I have to call the delete one. And since all these are used in the use effect, we have to call them in the dependency portion. Okay, so this completes. I'll delete the style part. I don't need a style part here. I don't need any React Native part here. Okay, so this complete my live query page. Now whenever I will build the live query in any of the application, I will copy this page and paste it there. There is some changes which I will be doing here in a minute after we are done, but that is not important for the functionality. This is the main functionality, we have it. But I will do some changes which I will tell you in soon. Okay, so just finish this live query and then we'll move further. Just copy it in your code and I'll give you 2 minutes. I will give you in the Telegram chat also this code. Okay, so let's go further now. So we will be taking use of create, update and delete in the example 1. So what I will do, whenever the create happen, whenever we have the create happen, we call the set create object, which will update the state variable create. So let me the console.log of the create. Let's talk only about create one now, and update we'll talk later. So I will see what is the create object. So right now you will see create is null, but as soon as I will update, as soon as I will create new one, you will see I'm getting the create object. Right? We are getting this create one, not this create object. This create object is inside the live example query, and this we are getting the create here in this our main component. So that means whenever something has happened on the server create, we call this state create, and this create is getting updated, and we are able to see here. So let's use the use effect for the create one. So whenever the create is changed, we are in this effect for creating new records. So whenever create has happened, we are inside this one. inside this use effect, and if I don't get create, I will return it. So I'll say not create, return, just return it. So if we will only call this create part when something we have, right? We have the create, then only we call this create part. Let's create one more record now. So I'm able to see the create part now because we have something inside the create, and that's the reason we are able to call the create part here. Okay, so we are able to do the create here. So now what happened? See, multiple creates are coming here because many times what happened. This subscription is called multiple times, and multiple subscriptions are created. So sometimes you get many create kind of thing. We'll avoid that multiple thing, but we have to avoid it here also, the multiple things. So whenever create happen, I will go through all the results and see if the create is already there or not. Because see, sometimes multiple records are created, and we should not copy 2 times, right? So we should be careful in updating this results part. So what I will do, I will go through all the results which we have, and I will check if create is present. If create object, this create ID, which is the create ID? Let's see what is the ID. This is the ID. If this ID is already in the results, then I will not add more record in the results. Okay, so here I will check it. So let me find the index. We have to find the index, if this index exists in the results or not. Okay, so I will say state.results dot find index, and here will be the arrow function. So what it will go through all the results. It will go all the results, and it will find if anything exists about the create one. And results will not be too much. It is only 20 records. So we are not going thousands of records. It will be very quick. Okay, so it's not a time consuming thing. So let's see what is there in the results. So it will go through all the records of the results, and we will be able to see if the enter ID is present or not. So you will see okay, so since multiple subscriptions are created, that's the reason it's saying request is too large. Okay, so before fixing this one, let's fix this registration, this subscription part. Since I told you multiple subscriptions are created, we have to avoid that multiple subscriptions. Let's try to fix that one first, and then we'll go to that place. So initially, we have the subscription created here, and the subscription.current.unshift. What we are doing, we are in the current, we are putting the subscription at the 0 level. Okay, so subscription is an array, and whatever subscription I created, I will put it at the 0 level, and then whole thing is calculated based on the 0 level. This is the array. There can be more than one subscription. We are only concerned with the first one, that is the 0 number value. So what we have to do, we have to unsubscribe all the other things which are greater than 0. Because if this file is called multiple times, sometimes this subscription.current is created multiple times, and we will get multiple calls of the create one here. So we have to avoid that multiple calls. We have to call only one time. So whatever will be greater than 0, we have to remove the subscription for that. So how to remove the subscription for that? I will say if subscription.current.length is greater than 1, that means it is more than 1. It may be 2 or more than that. Then I have to go through each one for let I equal to 1. I will start with 1 and I will go through end till end. Subscription dot current dot length I plus plus. So I will go through all the subscription and delete the subscription from this list, and I will say await subscription dot current dot unsubscribe. Okay, so I will unsubscribe that. Okay, and I will delete all the elements in the array after the first element. First element is this subscription. I will delete all the elements after the first element. So how to delete it? So I will say subscription dot current dot splice. If I say splice, that means from 1 it will delete all other subscriptions. Okay, so now let's see what is the subscription dot current is there. So if you see subscription dot current is now dot length. Let's see the dot length. So we are 2. This is a 2. Length is 2. If I go after this, say it becomes 1. So all others are deleted. Initially you see page load it was 2, but now it is only 1. All are getting unsubscribed except the first one. Except the first one. First one is still there. Okay. So we deleted all. We want only one subscription at one time. See, now there is only one subscription at one time. Now when something is created, I will not get more than one record. Otherwise it was going 2, 3 multiple times. Okay, now there is only one subscription opened. Now if I try to add the record, you will see I will only see the create one time. Let's go. Okay, maybe because of previous subscription. Let's restart it. Let's restart it and check again. Okay, let's try now. Okay, now you will see. Let's see what's happening now. We have state variable, query variable, post variable, create. So create is only one time now, and we are looping through each record which we have in the results, and we will match it whether the create one is there in this record or not. So before I end it, I'll give you this copy. Just copy this in your one, and then we'll move further. Okay, so let's start now using this one. So whenever the create is happened, I will see whether the create ID is present in my results or not. If it is not present, I will add the record in the results. So what I will do, I will return it record dot ID is equal to create dot ID. So what this statement does, it will try to find the index if we have the matching condition. And what is the condition? Whatever record I created, its ID should be equal to the ID of this results which we have. So in this results, we may be having 10 or 20, and I will match all the ID with the create one. And if it matches, I will not create the I will not add the record in this results. Okay, so let's try now. So after this ID, I will check the ID. Here, I check the ID whether the ID is coming or not. Let's see what happened now. I will add the record now. Okay. So you will see IDX is going as -1. -1 means we did not find the created ID in the results which we have. Okay, so if we don't get the ID, here what we are doing, we are trying to find the index in the results for the matching condition. And what is the matching condition? Each results.id is equal to create.id. So create ID should be equal to record.id. If both are matching, that means record already present in the results and we don't need to add it. And if it is not present in the results, then we need to add it. So how to add it? So what I will do, since state.results is the dependency, I have to add results here also. But I will not do now, I will add it later. Now what I will do, I will check if IDX is equal to -1. That what it means, IDX equal to -1, whether record is present or not. If we have the IDX equal to -1, tell me, record is present or no? We are going to the results, and if we compare it with the create ID, and if both are matching, I return the IDX, and if we get -1, that means record is not present. So add the record. So how will I add the record? I will take this first in the variable. Let's say variable is R, and I will just do the copy of it as a state.results, and then I will say, so I want to add the record at the top. So I can say r.unshift, and I will add the create object here. So this create object, I will add it at the beginning of the R. And then what I will do, I will update this R, I will update this state results with the R, right? So let's update it. So generally what happened, if I call this state or results, I have to pass this state or results as a dependency here. Okay, but I can call the state results directly without passing the results. I can call the state without passing the results inside here. Okay, so we can do directly also this one, state, and I can pass the previous value. This previous value is nothing but this object. Okay, this previous value is nothing but this object. So I'll call the state with passing the previous value. I will put everything inside it. So then I don't need to pass state.results here because it is coming in the previous one. So now instead of state.results, I will call the previous.results. And I'll take the previous.results and I will unshift it with the create one. Now what I will do, I have to return. State means I have to return with the previous value and updated results. So updated results will be R. So what I'm doing, I'm returning the previous value. Previous value means the results will be there, count will be there. but I'm updating the results with the R which we created here. So if create new object is added, then I will add the R here in the new one. Okay. So since this updated results happen only here in this if condition, let's put this in the if condition, and let's put this here in the if condition. And if it is not in the if condition, I will return the previous value, whatever previous we have. So that means if create is called and create is not present in the results, I will add that create in the results, and I will set the state with the new value like this. Take the previous one, and then I will update the results with the R. And if it is not inside it, that means I have to return whatever we have currently, like this one. And after we are done with this one, after we are done with this process, I also want to update the create to null, because I don't want to add this again and again and again. So after we are done with all this procedure, I can also call the set create to null. So it will only call one time, and then set create will become null. So second time we will not call the set create one here. So let me show you now what's happening. Let's say I add mango. So you will see the create object is called. Then I call the create one, which is here. Then it checks everything. It adds the record in the results. This is the results array, and it returns this one. And then it sets the create. We can put the set create outside the set state, because this is a different call. And second time we are not calling it. And you will see the mango is updating here immediately. Let's try to put one more. So see, it's coming here automatically. We are not calling a get call on this to update the results. Since we are adding one record in the count, so we need to also update the count also. So count will be previous.count plus 1. So whatever count we have here, I will add that count here in this part. So let's also show the count so you are clear on that one. Maybe I can show the count here. See, view data 18 count. Now if I add it, it added 19 here, and new record is added here. Record added successfully. Here I can see a new record is coming here. Okay, so we are getting it. So let me explain you one time again. So what happened when some record is created? We are at this stage, and we call this function called as the set create. And set create will update this variable called the create one. And whenever the create is changed, we call this a use effect. And in this use effect, if create is not created, I return it. Otherwise, this is the console. We don't need the console. Now I call the set state for this one, and I check if the previous results is having the result which I created. Sometimes we create, if sometimes we create a record with the same ID, then it will not take it. And if we don't find this ID, that means which is the results in this state variable, then we want to add the record in the results. So we take the whatever is previous results, that is whatever we have this here in the state variable. We unshift the new record. This create is nothing but the new record. We unshift, by that means we put at the beginning of the results array, and then we return the previous one with the new results and the new count. And if we are not adding it somehow, then we return the previous one, whatever we have previously here. Okay, so let's put this and we'll continue after that. Let me give you in this Telegram. Okay, let's go further now. So we have completed the create part. Whenever something is created, we call this create one. Now let's create similar thing for the update one. When something is updating, we call this one. And for update, we'll get the variable this update part, and we have to use the set update. So this is for updating. You have to set update. No, set state is fine. We have to use this update variable. So instead of create, I will call the update. Instead of set create, I will call set update. And in the set state, we will be same. With writing some code will be same, some will be different. Now update will happen. I will go through all the records and I will see if the updated one is present in our result set. If it is present, if it is not present, then we don't need to do anything, right? We don't need to do anything. But if it is present, then we have to update that record. So here we will change something in this part. If it is -1, that means if it is not present, then we don't need to do anything because update will only happen if it is present. So here will be the reverse. I will return previous one if we don't find the results. So in the update case, if we don't have the record which is updated, then I will not do anything. I will return the previous one, whatever we have here. Whatever we have here. Because in database, there can be 1,000 record. So maybe I'm updating something which is not visible here. So I don't want to do anything. I will return whatever we have in the results. But if it is present, that means we go here. If it is present, then what I will do, I will not call unshift. I will update it with the R of index. So this is the index where the record is present. I will update it with the update value. So this update is nothing but the value which we are getting from the database. We are updating the index with the update value which we got from the database. And since this is update, we don't need to update the count. So I'll delete the count. If record is not present, so here I will say if record is not present, return. Else update the record. So this is the part we updated. We took all the array. We took all the results in the array, this array, and then I go to that ID which is we are calling it and call with the update with the updated results. Okay, so let's try that one. So let's see if I want to edit this DDDDD. So let me go to this one. So this DDDD I will update it to something. Maybe I'll say pineapple. So you will see pineapple is immediately going here. Let me show you the live part. So let's change this one. orange. So as soon as I press enter, you see here. See, as soon as I enter, it automatically updates the record on the page. So this is very helpful in when you are making the chat application or a whiteboard draw where one person is writing, another one is watching. So it gives the immediate results here. Let's update this with a capital G. See, it is updating here automatically. So it is immediate. We don't call the server anything on that one. Okay, so let's write down this one. Then we'll go to delete part. This is very useful when we can build a we'll build a gaming or we build a chat application. This thing's live query is very important. Okay, let's complete the delete quickly, and then we're done with the ParseServer and what you call as live query. So this is the file for the ParseServer, which is very important. So whenever we work with the new project, we will go to this file and grab the things from here on our server, on our new project. Okay, so let's try now. Let's do the delete one. So whenever the delete will happen, we will call this delete function set delete one, and it will update this set delete part here, and we get the delete updated. So similarly, we have the update. We will call this, copy this, and paste it to delete part. And here I will call del, and here I will call set del, and here I'll check the del is not there, then return it. And then now what I will do, I will go through all the records and find the index of the record which we want to delete it. So now we have to find the record which is we have to delete it. So with the index I will get the record which I have to delete it. If I get -1, that means the record which I want to delete is not there in the result set, and we don't have to do anything for that one. So if record is not present, return it. So this will be same like updated one. So only thing change will be here. Here we are updating it, but with the delete we will use the splice. So I will say r.splice, and I have to delete from the index. So I will put the index. So from where I have to delete it? From the index I have to delete it, and I have to delete only one record. So I'll put -1. Sorry, -1, comma 1. So that means it will delete from the index which we get, and we will delete only one record, and then we'll update the result. Here I have to do the counting part also. I will do count equal to previous.count -1. So if I'm really deleting, I have to minus the count because the record is deleted. So it is similar to update. Let's do the practical. Let's see the delete part. So let's see if I'm deleting. I will show you the record. So let's say I want to delete the first one, juice one, and I'll delete the record. See what happened when I delete it. See, it is gone from here, and the record is -1, that is 20. Let's delete the pineapple. Pineapple gone. Let's delete multiple record, orange and grapes. Orange and grapes gone. Though we have not tackled multiple one, but each record comes separately, and we are deleting separately each record. And this view data is also updated. Let's delete their view this one. So all are deleted. Let's delete all the unwanted one with bad data. See, all are gone. All bad are gone. So this is delete is completed, update is completed, add is completed. I'll give you this one, just update it and save this project. Okay, this project will be using always in all our projects. Will be you taking the help of this project. So let's complete this one, and then we are done for today. Yes. So since you want to build a chat app, let's start a project next week. We'll build a chat application. Okay. So next, whenever I get time, I will ping you. Tomorrow and day after tomorrow, I'm busy. So from Monday, Tuesday, whenever I'll get free, I'll ping you and we'll build a chat application. Okay. And this will be very useful when we are building the chat application. So generally we will build a one-to-one chat as an example, but in real world you can extend that to group chat, to chat in a room, different rooms, or whatever you want. You can do that one. Okay, you can extend it to whatever level you want. But we will build a simple one-to-one chat next week. Okay, so this is all about the live query. Let me see anything is remaining in this live query. Okay, no, we don't have anything more here. Okay, so let me commit the file so you can use it. Okay, let me create this. Okay, let me create a merge request. The merge request. I'll approve it. Okay, merged. So let me go back, git checkout main, git pull. Okay, I'll get the update results. Okay, so any questions? Okay, let me give you the idea what it will be, but we'll build next time. So it will be, first we'll be build a login and register, because we need the two users to chat with each other. So once you log in and register, you will go to users page, where you will see all the users, user 1, user 2, and let's say you are user 3, this is you, I'll say me, and user 4. Then you click on any user, to chat, okay, and then it will open the chat window, where user 1 will chat with user 3. For example, I am user 3, and whatever they will chat, we will record this, and we should be able to we should be able to see the unread messages, that this person has unread one. So maybe here we can see unread, let's say 4 unread. Okay, 4 unread, and if I click this, I will see whatever the message, and then this will become read kind of thing, and then I will be talking it. I can delete the record, delete the message, and when I delete the message, opponent's message will not get deleted. Okay, because I'm deleting only my message, right? I cannot delete other message. We can delete other message also, but depending upon what you need, you can do that. But right now, we'll give only delete my messages, because looks like message is personal thing. You can delete other users message also, but it will be stayed in their window. Okay, so I can delete only the messages which I see on the screen. I cannot delete the messages which are there on other person's screen. Delete messages. So we'll make something like this one. Okay, let me give this in the Telegram. Okay, that's what we'll be building it.